pale gold where shadows once pooled. The sun climbs above the harsh edge of the mountains, brushing the hills with light that stretches wide and slow. Mist threads its way between the trees, drifting in hush and promise, cloaking everything in cool quiet. Each field, each scattered rock, every clump of grass shines with its own faint gleam. The edges softened, the world newly built, but ancient in the hush of dawn. The valley's life stirs in time with the unfolding day. First along the stone path comes Gracie, her careful hoofbeats soft against the old cobble. The chill in the air prickles against her fur, and she pauses, nose lifting, taking in all the scents of waking earth. Behind her, Penny the pig ambles beside patches of dewy grass, rolling stones with her snout and savoring the taste of the morning. Peep, bright and small, hops along the rail's edge, tail feathers trembling, pausing to look out over distant ridges. In the barn's shadow, Riff the Raccoon emerges, blinking, a little wary, while Lumo, the young llama, stretches his legs, steam rising from his breath in fragile clouds. Together they pause, gathering around the boundary between barnyard and wide world. Before them, Block Valley awakens, fields ordered in patchwork rows, fences stark against the grass, groves of distant oak swaying in the first breeze. The smell is rich, a tangle of wet soil and pine. From beyond the pasture, the faint rush of all the rivers calls them onward. Their journey starts with quiet certainty, winding down the farm's stone lane. Morning fills each footstep, the muffled clack of hoof, the press of grass, the shuffle of paws and faint flutter of wings. The path curves through bristle and meadow, hills rising beyond like slow waves. Mist thins, replaced by the clean clarity of sunlight on leaf and earth, while the world expands with every step. Gracie leads, patient and unhurried. Penny follows, snuffling at each new scent, tail curling. Peep darts ahead, sometimes perching, sometimes fluttering circles around Lumo. Riff is keen along the trail's edge, nosing into pockets of shadow, paws careful on the rock. The forest moves with them, insect hum, soft wind, the endless low song of things unseen. Open field meets them with yellow grass rippling knee-high. Clouds, loose and gentle, cast patterns that chase across the hillsides. From high ground ahead, the sound of water grows, a roiling, ceaseless cascade. They crest a ridge and pause. There below, a waterfall shatters against sheer stone, flinging up mist that grazes their faces, cooling the sun's heat. They take the moment, not as revelation, but as acknowledgement. The land flowing away to the wide, distant lake below, the valley unfolding in 1,000 greens and golds. Each line of field, every tree and ravine, fits into a whole that shifts, living and serene. The trail narrows on its descent. Pines rise on both sides, their needles flickering with stray shafts of sun. The path is slick with moss, broken by roots that curl out from the dark earth. Penny stops to sniff at lichen. Gracie steps delicately over the tangle. Riff dips his paws in a trailside brook, water flashing cold and clear. Peep lingers among a patch of blue flowers, bright petals vivid against green. Lumo glances once toward their starting ground, then steps onward, steady. As the woods thin, the air lifts and warms. The valley rolls out once more, the lake now close, the scent shifting to wildflower and warm sand. Light glints off every surface, blocks of earth and water catching and throwing each color back. Birds scatter up ahead, their wings scraping quick shadows over the trail. Finally, at the bottom, the group pauses. The shore spreads before them, stone and sand, tufts of grass, the lake vast and mirror-still against the sky. The day is hushed, but for small waves, the mutter of reeds, the low bark of a distant animal. Gracie steps to the edge, hooves sinking gently in the cool sand. Penny follows, snout brushing the ripples, satisfied. Peep alights on a half-buried stone, eyes shining at the open water. Lumo bends to drink. Riff settles against a driftwood log, paws pressed to its salt-smooth surface. The world pulls back, a whole valley caught in light. The farm distant, sky stretching over field and friends and lake. Shadows lengthen, the water shivers with the turning of the day. There, at the edge, they rest together. Time slows, sunlight flickers gold, then softens, and the world, for a moment, seems whole and bright. as if every morning in Block Valley is a beginning and every quiet journey a return.